Hello and welcome to Wingin It, and we are back here again with another tournament game. This one from the Zany Zebrafinch Zoo. So we're back on the Oceania tournament here, and we are into the knockout round. So it's a best of 3 in this knockout. We're going first in this game 1. So let's jump in. I can already see we've got a no goal in round 2, so going to get a few extra turns here. But what have we got to work with in our starting hand? And okay, we've got some decent options here, to be honest. Savvy's Warbler, definitely good opening wetland bird to get some extra card draw. We've got some good forest options. Hermit Thrush and Cardinal, both workable. So we'll take a look at the tray. Okay, with Snow Bunting as well. Another strong bird there in the tray, so might be one we have to look at. In terms of bonus cards, okay, Viticulturalist is probably the way to go. I feel like Breeding Manager, as bad as it was on the baseboards, it's even worse now. So difficult to get those birds with 4 eggs on them on the Oceania board. So yeah, I think Viticulturist, considering that the forest bird is going to be either thrush or cardinal, I think that makes sense. But I don't know which of those to go for. So I feel like Hermit Thrush, I feel like it's less of a gamble now with the OE boards, because people want to play forest birds. You know, forest is generally a habitat that you do focus a bit more on. You can't get away with just going grasslands and trying to get some food there. So it's potentially a way of getting nectar as well, by gaining dice rather than specific food. Berries does maybe work with the viticulturist, but I feel like you want to get as much nectar as you can. And it's playable, the Hermit Thrush, so you don't have to grab that berry, of course. You can just go and grab, or go and play it, I should say, with the starting nectar. And it's a very nice way to just sort of get your first forest bird down here and start getting a bit more food. So I'm sort of leaning towards these two. I'm sort of leaning towards this forest bird as well. I'm trying to work out what to do with the Snow Bunting. I might just have to leave it. It's a very annoying one to leave. But I'm just trying to work out how else I would go about this, because there is potentially a way that I grab cards first and I pick up the Snow Bunting, and maybe just take that and then get the Hermit Thrush down, and then with just one turn gaining food, I can go with Savvy and Snow Bunting. I think I might have to do that. And yeah, part of me is maybe thinking of this Savannah Sparrow just with that first turn around, but I'm not really thinking too hard about chasing that. And actually, to be honest, looking at that 4th end around got Birds of Tuck cards, I think Snow Bunting is a no-brainer, because that's a really good way of trying to defend against that as well. So I think we'll lock this in with these birds. Like I say, I think we'll have to grab Snow Bunting turn 1, play Hermit Thrush, and see. I mean, I'm definitely hopeful I can get some use out of this power, but yeah, if it's not immediately going to get me food, I think it's still good just to get that first forest bird down, start getting a bit more food, and yeah, see hopefully what this Savvy's Warbler can get me once I can get that down in the wetlands. And alright, on to our first turn here. Let's take a look at what my opponent's kept. Okay. 1 extra card, 1 fewer food. I think I'm going to go and grab this Snow Bunting, like I say. Definitely would be one that I would like to yeah, maybe have grabbed after playing the Savvy's Warbler, but I don't think you can take that risk. I don't think you can take that risk of it still being there, so yeah, I feel like there's plenty of good tucking birds, even still with the Oceania expansion, that still being able to get this down is yeah, just a good way of countering. And I think especially when you got Savvy, you go draw, get a lot of cards. So yeah, to be able to maybe have a way of using those cards and cycling those later on is going to be handy. So they went straight for food, grab the nectar. I'm going to go ahead and get our Hermit Thrush down. So yeah, I mean, I would have liked that nectar, but to be honest, it's not a big deal. I can still just grab the 2 worms there. That's enough to get these 2 down. And I think, again, I want to get this Savvy's Warbler down ASAP, start drawing some cards, and see what it finds me, because so many games, I think, in Wingspan, and even more so in my experience with the Oceania expansion, so many games are just decided based on who has the best card draw. So something like the Savvy's Warbler, of course, giving cards to the other player. But yeah, just, you know, getting two cards already and then another 2 off Savvy is very, very nice. What is distinctly less nice is playing against a galah. So yeah, this is definitely one of the strongest birds in Oceania. Very, very good for a forest engine. So they're going to be getting some tucks. But you know what? That's why I'm glad I got the snow bunting. So we're just going to go ahead and grab our food. I think we will use the hermit thrush here. Do you know what? Because if they've got galah, they're going to get so much food. So I'll go first. I'll take this nectar. Thank you very much. That's another strength, actually, of this hermit thrush now. Maybe being able to get nectar for myself and not give it out to my opponent. But they are going to give me seeds as well with this galah power, hopefully. So there might be a way where, you know, once this snow bunting's down, and we can start countering that. If we're getting a seed and a tuck every time they use it, I think that's pretty good going. So definitely don't mind that at all. But yeah, they are also, okay, Woodstock is the other bird, so they have got their white and no power bird here, but yeah, that's something for the wetlands at least. So we'll play our Savvy Swab. I think we're going to save the nectar. Or do we save the nectar? Just trying to think if there's any way I can get that Gallinule down. That's maybe a bit too much sharing. So let's use the nectar. Do you know what? Let's use it. And yeah, we'll start drawing. And like I say, I want to get the snow bunting down really, really quickly. Because I think they will start using this galah. And if we can start getting some tucks, start doing a bit of card cycling, that would be good. So what are they doing, drone birds? Yeah. Sort of half-minded here to throw a food and reset the tray. I might actually do that. I feel like there is definitely some value in doing that early. Though not necessarily found amazing stuff here. Maybe the sandpiper. I might have to block the chickadee as well, to be honest, because that would be quite good for them. So we'll take those. We'll draw off the top Yellowhammer and Magpie Lark. Okay, that was a very good turn drawing. This could turn into a Yellowhammer game, and I definitely don't mind that. I definitely don't mind that at all. So yeah, we could very easily play the Yellowhammer, lay eggs, use that to get the snow bunting down, and then we're looking really good. So yeah, in the absence of any real engine and no goal as well, actually. Man, no goal is going to make Yellowhammer a lot stronger, a lot easier to use in the late game. So they're drawing again. So yeah, I do want to rush this snow bunting down, but with 3 turns left, I think I'm going to have to take food, play Yellowhammer, and lay eggs, and then use the Yellowhammer to play the snow bunting. So it's a little bit slower. There is actually some stuff in the tray that I do like. That Eastern Bluebird would be great for Viticulturalist, but yeah, let's do the plan. So we'll take food, and we'll go ahead and use the Hermit Thrush again. More nectar, although they are going to get a reroll, but yeah, we can get everything down. And this Magpie Lark as well, I should talk about this. This is one of the best yellow powers, I think, from Oceania. So it's basically like a double bird, play another bird, but kind of delayed. Play something at the end of the game, but you get 5 points for just that one food. And I find meeting that criteria of discarding eggs from the forest and having a bird to go in the grasslands, I feel like that's not too tricky to hit. So yeah, that would definitely be on my mind as one to play. But all of these birds could work. All of these birds kind of synergize, I think, with the Yellowhammer. So wasn't too sold on this chickadee, but that might go down. Sandpiper, hey, it's another way of getting even more cards, although it is a bit sharey. So we'll see. But we are getting some seeds as well, courtesy of galah. So that's always good to see. We are going to play Yellowhammer now, and I think we'll use the seeds. We could always use the nectar on the Yellowhammer to play the snow bunting. You can use nectar. It gets discarded after the teal powers activate, so that's always something worth thinking about. But yeah, we'll get this down, and then we'll leg. So like I say, we're going to miss this end around, but I'm kind of okay with that. I think my priority in round 1 is always to get things set up. I don't think it's worth going out of your way, slowing down, setting up your engine, or getting your game going just to go and chase an end around goal. So I'm very happy with what we've got here in terms of cards in our hands. So Yeah, like I say, snow bunting. We'll definitely want to get that done. And I think we go in the grasslands here. I think we go in the grasslands. Spray Spigot, so yeah, there was no point me chasing because they would have they would have won it anyway. So we'll lay our eggs, and we've done all the necessary requirements for Yellowhammer. And yeah, the way that Yellowhammer kind of changed, I think, with the Oceania boards is that it's much easier to use in the sense that you've got more cards, you've got more food. But eggs, I find, is almost more of the struggle now. So I think on a base board, I might have been tempted to go snow bunting in the wetlands just to get the card draw going a bit more. But yeah, we're savvy. I think we're set for cards. And actually just building out this grasslands here and being able to maybe discard some of those extra cards or food for eggs has its value. So they've drawn again. And yeah, I think we do play the snow bunting because they've drawn quite a bit. I'm imagining they're going to start taking food next round. At which point we want to have this snow bunting down to start getting those free tucks. So we'll do it like this. I think we want to use up the seeds in the hope that the Galar gives us some extra ones. And all of these birds eat worms anyway. So down you go, snow bunting. And there we go. Lose this end of round, but no goal next round, so we don't have to worry about anything there. What we maybe do have to worry about is barn swallow in the tray. And also, maybe the hawk might be something they look at. Maybe the collared dove as well. We did have the Australian raven, another yellow power. One of those, which is good when you're going forest. Because any extra food you can cash at the end of the game. But yeah, collared dove, I mean, it's for me, wouldn't be too bad. It's the bonus card. If they are going to keep giving me food. If I can get a forest going here with something like the chickadee as well. And it hits the final end of round. Birds of a tuck card, so we'll kind of wait and see on that. But yeah, I think they'll probably draw here. But if they draw, I'll just draw as well, because I don't necessarily want to tuck any of these, but I might have to here, because they are giving me a seed and a snow bunting tuck. So, okay. Do I desperately want to jump on any of those? I think the odd one out here for me is the sandpiper. I think that probably goes. How useful is barn swallow going to be in the grasslands? It is another tucking bird. To be honest, I think I'm going to draw cards now anyway, like I said, just to give me a bit more to work with. But yeah, I think we take the barn swallow. I think we take the barn swallow. And okay, now we can draw cards, and I think, to be honest, I think we take these two. I think we take these two. Certainly we'll take the collared dove, but savvy, yeah, I can draw from the tray. Got to remember that. So we'll go off the top first. Okay, spotted owl. Quite nice. And it's hummingbird. Okay. Also pretty good with Yellowhammer to get a bit of food going. So could potentially get that down in the grasslands and lay eggs just to get some, yeah, more eggs and a bit of food, maybe to start building out the forest. I think I do take both of these, to be honest. I think I do take both of these. I've got to try and work out what the... maybe not the hawk. Maybe the hawk is the one that would get missed. Okay. Okay, that's fine. I'm okay with this. Okay, we've got some stuff to do. We've got some stuff to be thinking about setting up. And yeah, I mean, I don't know. Barn swallow hummingbird in the grass. That could work. That could definitely work. As we're building this out, I guess the thing is, if I do that, I then can't use this magpie lark because I'm not going to have any space. But they are still using this galah, still giving me tucks and food. So I think the shrike, even if they have got a lot of worms, I think that probably goes. And I think we go off the top here. Don't think that's going to come too in handy, but yeah, this magpie lark is really, really good. I'm already sort of looking at the other grassland birds I've got and thinking, yeah, hummingbird, swallow, and collared dove. If I could just build that grasslands out this round, that's going to look really, really good. And maybe hold off on the forest birds. I kind of want them to play something else there. They've not played that second forest bird yet, so I want them to play something so I can maybe think about benefiting from this hermit thrush. So common loon could well go down in the wetlands as well if they play something there. Not often you see games with Hermit Thrush and Loon both going down, but yeah, I think we do that. I think I'm happy to get rid of the Magpie Lark now after bigging it up. I think it can go here, so yeah, let's do Barn Swallow first, and then we can lay eggs. Play the owl maybe later with the Yellowhammer power. What are they doing now? They are laying eggs. So yeah, I think Hummingbird can go down here. So what would it be? We lay eggs, play Hummingbird, we lay eggs again. We have 2 turns left. One of them probably is taking food, and the other, I think maybe we just lay eggs again. But yeah, starting to build out a grass here, I think, with that next end around in mind as well, could be handy. So yeah, Magpie Lark, I think you are surplus. 2 requirements. Goldcrest would be interesting if I found it a little bit earlier. But this is yeah, this is interesting. I'm still sort of patiently waiting. My opponent, they have got 3 bonus cards early, which you don't often see, but they've got lots of cards and lots of food now. So, like I say, I think a lot of me is going to just be reacting to what they do, especially with this Hermit Thrush in the forest. I mean, maybe this Chickadee. If I'm going grasslands and I'm getting food there, maybe I'm not going to be taking food so much. I think going for the bigger point birds and going for the bonus card birds like this Spotted Owl, that could maybe be what I try and fill my forest with. So we'll see. Okay, what are they playing? Oh, Northern Mockingbird. Okay. Okay, not ideal, because that's now 4 points, but it's only 3 points because I get 1. And if they're giving me 2 seeds, I could potentially be turning all those seeds into points here with this Collar Dove. So this could definitely work out in my favour. I will play the Hummingbird. I will use the seed actually, because yeah, we're not short of them. And yeah, okay, well, they have played the second Forest Bird, but yeah, definitely not the one. Not the one I was hoping for. But okay, like I say, we're still going to get some tucks. Really, really glad I picked up that Stowbird to get the start now. I'll be honest, I wasn't sure. It felt not great to pick it up before playing Savvy, but this is just going to print. I was going to say print money, but it's going to print tucks. We'll go with that. It's going to print tucks for the rest of this game, because this Galara is just going to get hammered, I think, with the Mockingbird now as well. So yeah, we've got some good stuff. But we're up against some good stuff as well. So let's take our seed, our first of 2, hopefully. Like I say, with the Collar Dove, don't necessarily mind that. Don't necessarily mind it. So okay, Goldcrest, you go away. Chiff Chaff coming up. Okay, did they? Oh, it's because there's no seeds. I was like, why did I not get seed from the Galar second time? Because the none came up. So maybe this is the turn when we take food, because there's loads of nectar. And yeah, like just thinking about this, am I likely to play another bird before taking food? I don't think I am. I think I want to get the Collar Dove down this round. As my Yellowhammer play. Sort of thinking maybe about the owl, but I think Collar Dove is, I'm just going to have so much food to be able to use on that. So we'll take the nectar, like I say, while it's there, because I can take all 3 of them actually, because Hermit Thrush. So that definitely works out nicely. So yeah, Chiff Chaff is sort of interesting here, but I'm not sure it massively works. It is a good way of maybe using up some extra cards, because with the Savvy's Warbler, I'm going to need to be drawing. Oh, Kelp Guard is very good for them. Turning some extra food into cards. But that does mean that this Common Loon could potentially be an option. But yeah, it's could work. It could work, Chiff Chaff. Depends if they are going to tuck again this round. If I have to get rid of that, but actually I'm going to tuck now. So I think Chickadee will go. I think Chickadee is the one that can go. So we'll put them first. So I want to see if I can get another nectar, because this is an easy way of winning the nectar race in the grass. And so far I only got 1 spent there, and my opponent also has 1, but you can discard nectar with these teal powers and just yeah, get loads of points there, so we will get another nectar. And yeah, I think Chickadee, your time is up. House Wren could maybe be an option. But to be honest, I'm already starting to think about a space on the board as coming at a premium here. Already with Yellowhammer, you're playing extra birds, you're running out of space on the board, and with no goal, we're going to have 2 extra turns in this game, which we may want to spend on playing birds. So yeah, I think we might need to be mindful of that and just watch out a little bit. But okay, they have drawn. So maybe, I mean, maybe it's good they haven't got this Chiff-Chaff, because that'd be good in the forest for tucking maybe some of these extra birds. But still, eggs is their problem. If they found something that can go in the forest and get eggs, then they're going to be set. But that feels like their struggle. So okay, how do we approach this? Do we lay eggs again now? I could just play the collar dove and then also play the owl. I've got enough nectar to do that. Or even play the loon, because I might want to draw cards first next round. And that would get me an extra card, but it would be giving them. They've got loads of cards though, to be honest. So, but like I say, do I need extra cards? Maybe this Chiff-Chaff is going to go down. Maybe that is going to go down in the forest. I think the House Wren can get tucked. So, yeah, let's do. I think we play the collar dove here. I think we play the collar dove, and then we play the loon. And I think I want to lay eggs first turn next round. So even if something good comes up, I can always ditch the House Wren. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Okay, yeah, I think loon is the right play here. Maybe there's an argument for spotted owl, because I feel like I might find something better than loon. Yeah, I've talked myself into the owl. Like I said, I think if something good comes up in the tray, I can always legs. It's unlikely that there's 2 good things in the tray. I mean, famous last words, but I think this is okay. So what are we going to get on the bonus card? Okay, Forester or Enclosure Builder. I feel like if I am tempted to do Forest Chiff-Chaff, then maybe Forester isn't the way to go, and Enclosure Builder, I mean, we've already got 2, so Forester does have very good synergy with Viticulturist. I should point out, but so does Chiff-Chaff, and Enclosure Builder, I think, should be a pretty safe 7 points. So we'll do that, and yeah, Collar Dove, I think we'll just get rid of food. So no nectar this time, but maybe next round. So yeah, no gold. Didn't have to worry about an end of round goal there. Very nice. What have we got in the tray? Okay, well, let's block that cowbird. As a matter of priority, it's no use for me, but can't have them getting it. So let's take food. You can go first. And yeah, definitely block that cowbird. And then we've got to work out what goes where. What goes where? We'll take a worm. Took a draw for the cowbird, so. Okay, Speckled Drongo now coming up. Although it is kind of late. Round 3, couple of extra turns to add on. I don't think they need it. I certainly wouldn't mind it, but yeah, like I say, a little bit late. This Chiff-Chaff as well, actually, this will basically guarantee that last end of round goal, so they're not looking too strong there. Obviously, the Mockingbird, they're getting extra tucks, but they're all going on the Galar, so I've already got 3 cards here, or 3 birds with tuck cards. They've just got the 1, and it's quite a difficult one to get lots of there, unless you do have something like Chiff-Chaff, of course, so yeah, we'll see. Okay, they did go and pick up the Drongo. And yeah, I'm sort of thinking about laying eggs again here. And maybe trying to get this loon down before I do draw cards, because could I do... If I do eggs twice more, I've got 4 more turns. I could then play the loon, take cards, play Chiff Chaff, take food. I wouldn't have loads of extra food for the dove. That's the only thing. I do think it would be nice to be able to get this loon down before drawing cards, just to get so many cards that we can definitely hit up this Chiff Chaff. So I think I will lay eggs again. And yeah, I mean, like I say, I think I am going to be okay for this end around. I don't want to jinx it because they might have found something that gets loads of eggs. I mean, if they found partridge or something, we're in trouble. But I do want to make sure we are getting, like I say, as many eggs as we can down with this end around goldmine. So you can go first to get on food. I'm sort of okay spamming food at them here. Given, I mean, I know they've got Kelp Gull, so maybe it has some use, but they've already got loads of cards. They've got a great forest that they're going to want to run, so I'm sort of fine here. Especially on rerolls like this, where hopefully we can get nectar. And yeah, Calba can go. Don't think any of these are too interesting. Brant does hit Enclosure Builder. Does maybe get some more cards, but I think we do still go for the loon here. I'm sort of hoping maybe they're going to play another wetland bird. No, they are laying eggs. I'm sort of wondering if I can maybe bait them into playing another wetland bird, because I don't think they know I've got this loon here. Don't think they know. But we're going to lay eggs again, actually, because there's still more nectar there, and the nectar is going to come in handy. So I think it's definitely a little bit more thinking, a little bit more maybe finesse with these hummingbirds now that there is nectar, and the timing of when you use them to make sure that you get in nectar and your opponent doesn't, because that's a much stronger activation. So yeah, Brant, I think you can go. Fish Crow popping up. Maybe not a bird we look at here, but yeah, we can definitely play this loon now. Use the couple of nectar. And then draw cards and just see what we find. A spotted towhee. Not a bird I expected to see, but they can now lay lots of eggs. Maybe they can win this in a round. They've just got so much more egg space. They can get to 4, whereas we are, yeah, we'd be hard capped at 4 either way. Even if we did play this Chiff Chaff, yeah, we're sort of stuck at 3. Maybe we do just lose the send around. But if they have to lay eggs, they're basically getting 3 points. So if they lay eggs 3 points a turn just to win an end around, I'm sort of okay with that. So yeah, let's get this loon down. Let's get this loon down. So we are currently winning all the nectar races, but they are close. They are very, very close, so it's something we're going to have to keep an eye on. But like I say, little things like using this hummingbird at the right time and making sure you can get the nectar when it is there, that can help. That can help with winning these nectar races. But look at that, 80 points. I haven't even really looked at my score, but how are we on 80 points at this point of the game? That's kind of mad. I guess it's yeah, some bonus card points, and I suppose it is all those 15 nectar points counting up as well. But yeah, this looks like it's going to be a pretty big score. Do feel like I'm ahead at this point, but like I say, if my opponent can get some good stuff down, they have got a lot of cards in hand, so these will all turn into either food or eggs at some point in this game, I'm sure. And they've got 3 bonus cards, so if they've got something good there, they'll be getting yeah, a good chunk of points. But I feel like we're in a good position in this game. Definitely feel like I'm in a good position, so we'll draw cards, we'll see what we get. We're going to see loads of cards, and then like I say, if this Chiff Chaff can go down, it's just going to turn all those cards into points as well. So I'm sort of still thinking of the original plan here, to take cards, play Chiff Chaff, and then take food, because we will be able to get extra food. I'm really, really hoping they play another forest bird, because if I play Chiff Chaff, I then can't use the thrush, so it's kind of not worth playing it sooner. But yeah, we'll draw cards. So did they? Yeah, they did lay eggs. And we will cost ourselves 1 egg here, because like I say, we're only getting to 3 sets anyway. So what can we find? Anything good? Well, Tony, too late for you. We'll use the loon, because yeah, we'll both benefit, and They've already got loads. That's a nice big point bird. So definitely we'll look at playing that. Kind of want one more viticulturist bird. I know there's that downy woodpecker that's staring at me in the tray. That would be an option. But yeah, board space, like I say, is kind of at a premium. Maybe I just pick up just to be safe. Because let's think about this. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. Probably 5, to be honest, that I'm not going to play. So if I have to tuck or discard, I can always do those. Of course, the better bird pops up. The better double bird, at least. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's not better. I'm not sure we're going to have loads and loads of food. Because with this collared dove, that's going to hoover up quite a lot of food at the end of each round. So yeah, even if we did have that great egret for a double play, that's 3 food that's potentially not turning into tucks. But yeah, we'll have to think about the approach on these next 2 turns. I'm sort of thinking it might be food and then eggs, because if I play Chiff Chaff to take food, I'm only going to get 2 sets of eggs. Let's see what my opponent is doing here. They are still laying eggs, so if I make sure I get 3 sets of eggs, I force them into having to lay eggs twice. But I don't know, I mean, let's think about this. Like, eggs for them is 3 points and a food. If they take food, it's still 3 points and 3 food, but they're giving me 2 seeds, so if I force them into laying eggs rather than taking food, is that actually better or worse? And I do get the card cycle, so being able to take food after playing the Chiff Chaff is such a big advantage. I've got to think as well, actually, what am I even going to play with the Yellowhammer? It probably would be this Heron, unless I tuck and draw into something else. So yeah, I could play Chiff Chaff, I take food. I think I'd just discard a bunch of these cards. And I think I'm okay with that. Like I say, I have to skip the Hermit Thrush, which isn't great. But I just think in that last round when we draw cards, that's just going to give us so many more extra cards again. And actually 2 turns taking food even in that final round. If we get a bunch of tucks, if we get a bunch of food to put on that collar dove, that could be a strong way of scoring points. So yeah, we'll play Chiff Chaff here. And then take food. So we just need 1 more for each of these. I mean, yeah, there are some birds that would hit both of these. So maybe we can try and keep an eye out for those. But yeah, if I need to Downy Woodpecker double play into something in that final round, just to fill out that forest and max out Viticulturalist, it definitely is an option. Okay, they've drawn birds. Blue-winged Warbler would be nice. But it's too late for you. I'm going to take food, get rid of the Swift, and get some nectar. So we tuck these 3. Yeah, then we're going to play them. And yeah, now we skip the Thrush. So we've been able to use it all the time up until now. But we can no longer use it. So okay, so they did draw, so there was something that then revealed that Warbler. I wasn't even really looking at it, so yeah, they can lay eggs. They can lay eggs and win this end around, but I'm not too sure they will. But we'll see. But yeah, Heron goes down. I mean, it's not a bad little power. Okay, they're actually taking food. Well, we're going to take some seeds here. And they'll just Golden Dove. But oh, and a tuck as well. Oh, now we can pick up this Blue-winged Warbler. So that might be our double play. Downy Woodpecker into Blue-winged Warbler. That might be our double play in the final round. Okay. So did they not copy the Galar there? I feel like they already had 12. Maybe they only had 10. Maybe it missed on one of the rerolls again. But so yeah, we're currently winning this in a round. This is kind of a horrible position because we're gonna force ourselves to lose it if we use the Yellowhammer. But I think that is still better. I mean, this is a 5-point play minus the egg costs, but it's 3 food that could get turned into Dove Tuck, so it's potentially only a 2-point play. And if it loses me the end of round goal, it's actually a minus 1-point play. When you think about it like that, maybe we don't. But it's a good power. It's a good power. And yeah, just having another bird down maybe helps for end of round or something. It's not going to help for the next one, but maybe a bonus card. Just trying to think. This could actually be worth skipping the Yellowhammer. But that does kind of feel like I'm maybe overthinking it. And to be honest, actually getting some more nectar down in that wetlands would be handy. So let's just play it. I'm not going to overthink it. We'll play it. We'll take the tie in the end of round. And yeah, get our one collared Dove Tuck with that seed. So there you go. It's a tie, but look, we're absolutely smashing that last one. So quite happy with that. Got some more double birds in the tray. Grey-lag goose would work for enclosure builder. Yeah, if they're going to keep giving me seeds, keep using this Galar, they've got a lot of food. But yeah, we are on 95 points it's going to be. Oh, well, okay, they are still giving me seeds. Once the end of round's kicked in, there we go, 95. So I think we've got a pretty solid ending game for sure here. So okay, this Galar, I feel like this misses. It's been missing this game more than I would expect. I feel like I've never seen it miss quite so frequently, but we are at least getting some food from it. But okay, do we draw cards now? I think we probably do. And yeah, let's think about this. If we drew cards, we laid eggs twice, we did the double play in the forest, that's 4 of our turns. We could then take food once, get like all the tucks, and then maybe even lay eggs again if we need to. Or just take food if we've got some expensive birds to play, and obviously Dove Tucks come into it as well. So we're definitely going to draw here. I think we do get rid of the egg just to see more cards. So start by going off the top. Wagtail. Maybe not. Not time for you. Chaffinch, you are also a bit late. Although Chiff Chaff is better because obviously it hits both these burns, can't say. Yeah. Do we keep going off the top? I'm thinking maybe I might need to block this Reed Warbler because that is quite good for them. To be honest, it's not a bad play for me either, so we'll take this. White-faced Heron, you're going to miss. You're hugely disappointing. And I should have skipped that loon. That's me being silly and not thinking. I was being careful with the thrush earlier. I just automatically assumed that they had the same number of wetland birds as me, but they don't, so whoops. Hopefully they didn't get anything good from that. Is this cormorant any good for me? How many would I have? 1, 2, 3, 4. Would be 5 eggs. But I think the Grey-lag goose, given it hits the end of round goal, is slightly better. And now this maybe is an option for getting loads of worms. But I think the Blue-winged Warbler with the base points is already looking a bit better there. So yeah, we'll legs a couple of times here. Like I say, get the worms or get the nectar for this Warbler. I think we double play in the forest. We take food, play Grey-lag goose, and then we'll assess. Depends a little bit on if they do keep using this Galar, what the feeder situation's like. But laying eggs on that last turn, just taking the 4 eggs, the tuck, and then the hummingbird food as well for another dove tuck. That could be pretty nice, just to take those points at the end of the game. So yeah, they've got a lot of food, so definitely expecting a big finish here for my opponent. Lots of cards, lots of food. Maybe some more bonus card birds might be incoming, but yeah, kind of all the points at the moment are just in this galah. The 18 tucks there. So I feel like mine definitely more spread out. I mean, you kind of look at these two boards, and this one's almost full, and this one's kind of half empty. So I'm definitely happy with how this board is filled out. And like I say, I mean, if we do, I think this Reed Warbler is worth playing, just for the satisfaction of filling the board even as well. We can do double play in the forest and double play in the wetlands, and completely fill the board. So yeah, that might be a goal worth going for. I think it is mathematically not worth playing this, because even with the egg discount, the food is potentially a point on the dove, and the card itself is potentially a point to be tucked under the chiff chaff. So yeah, it's maybe dropping a point, but for the satisfaction of filling the board, it may well be worth it. So alright, back onto us. Great egret. Ah, yes, of course, they did pick that up earlier, so nice big play. Maybe I could have waited, didn't have to draw cards straight away, could have got more cards there. So never mind, but time to lay eggs. We'll spread these out. That's not going to matter. And yeah, take our nectar while it's there. Yeah, definitely expecting more like this, so I'm trying to rack my brain, trying to remember what other big point stuff came up earlier. Got to think as well about where they're going to place their nectar, so we're looking strong here. I think yeah, we'll get rid of you. I think a nice nectar play in the forest here might be where we have to try and utilize it, because they do still have 3 nectar here, and 3 nectar in either of these two habitats would swing it from a loss to a win. And I just think if I'm taking food to maybe get something on this collared dove, that has a bit more security in terms of being able to get nectar on that later, whereas obviously once I've played the birds in the forest, it's kind of it. I've committed and filled out. So a turtle dove now going down for another bonus card. So 4 bonus cards. Definitely scary. I think we legs again here. And yeah, take a worm. Yeah. Definitely not had as much food as I expected from this collar dove. I guess, to be honest, they did just have a lot of food. I've been giving them a lot of food, so they've not had to use this as much. And the galah, it has missed. I'm going to say it again. It's been disappointing from my perspective. The amount of times it's not given me seeds, but I think this is still worth playing. It, filled out the grasslands. It's given me so many turns of 4 eggs instead of 3. Hit the bonus card. So yeah, when you're kind of filling the board and not necessarily having ways of using that extra food, because with hummingbird and having some of this extra food coming through, it can sometimes lead to too much. So it's a good way of, like I say, using a bit of that extra food. But okay. Yeah, I think we do just go off the top. Sort of thinking about that Bird of Paradise as a maybe alternative to this double play, but I think I'm happy enough to still go with this. Because it's still going to get points. And like I say, the temptation here to fill the board. I don't want to get cocky, but I do feel like I'm in a strong position to win this game. That maybe leaving the 1 or 2 points I could find by going with other options, or like I say, not playing this reed warbler. Maybe doesn't tempt me quite so much. I think we legs again here because we want to use the Chiff Chaff last. Use up all of our spare cards to tuck on there. That is the way of squeezing another point out of here. Of course, if you legs on the last turn, you've got to keep the extra card to tuck and draw on the swallow, and then you end up with something left over. So maybe not quite so ideal. And because we're going last, there's no risk of like missing a Galar or missing a Snow Bunting activation. But only 4, gotta say, lower than I expected. This Snow Bunting, but I think it did just take that little bit of time in round 1, of course, with the Yellowhammer. Had to go down a little bit later, but yeah. When you see 18 tucks on the Galar and you see only 4 on the Snow Bunting, it is a bit surprising. But that's what a Mockingbird will do. And yeah, it's still been useful, again, with some of this passive card cycle for sure. Being able to pick up and just go through the deck, find some better stuff. It's definitely come in handy. Man, come on, Castrelli, you're being so slow here. I'm going to win this game anyway, just finish it. Alright, back to us. My opponent here playing Goldfinch, so similar to the Magpie like we saw earlier, but of course a bit more flexible, so that'll be a nice one for them to go with and get some more birds down. But like I said, we're going to lay eggs again here, so yeah, it doesn't really matter too much where they go. We'll take our food. No nectar this time. Bit of a shame. Take a worm. Yeah, not seeing loads of seeds, so this Greylag Goose could be more difficult to play than I anticipated. But yeah, Griffin Vulture will go. And that was probably our last tuck and draw. Although, I mean, maybe they do take food here, because of course with the Goldfinch you can't use nectar. There's one downside. So maybe they take food, maybe they lay eggs last turn with some of that extra food or some of these extra cards. Or maybe they just lay eggs twice, and you know, maybe they have got something that uses seeds that isn't called Greylag Goose. We will wait and see. Yeah, okay, they are just laying eggs. I think when you've got all these extra cards, it makes sense. So I think we do our double play here. I'm just sort of thinking twice, because if we do the double play, we get 4 food. We get how many tucks would it be? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I mean that is better. I was just thinking if there was a way that we could make use of the thrush, but we'd still only get 3 food. So I think it is worth filling up here. So we'll do nectar, and we'll do double worm. Take 2 off there. So that's our birds played for the Yellowhammer. Last turn we're going to take food. And yeah, hopefully get some nectar or some seeds. We've got 1, so I mean, we're going to take a fish and re-roll. Should be looking pretty good on that re-roll. And yeah, we'll have a little bit of extra food for this collar duck, but they are going to potentially win this Grassless Nectar if I don't find more nectar on the reroll that I can use on the dove, so that's going to be something to think about. For sure. And maybe is going to be a reason why we don't go for the filled board, because this reed warbler, if it costs me a nectar or costs me, you know, a couple of food to play it, if I've got to force it, and then I can't use the nectar on the dove, then we're in a spot of bother, so Yeah, I think best case scenario is I re-roll and there's 3 nectar. I can use 2 of them on the dove, or 2 of them on the goose and 1 on the dove. Because I don't think, yeah, if we have to use 2 on the, if we have to do 2 nectar on the collared dove, then we can't play the goose. So maybe I could have picked up the cormorant. I was kind of thinking about that because, like I said earlier, would have got me 5 eggs. Which sort of puts it close to being on par with the goose, because the goose gets me 3 from Enclosure Builder. Cormorant gets me 5 eggs, and is food cheaper, so yeah, that would have been a potentially nice option as well to go with. Bane's Wanderer going down, so okay, they are going for lots of bonus cards here. But did they not use their nectar? That might have been a mistake. Or that might have been just, yeah, not realising that you can't use nectar on the finch. So hopefully for their sake, they can still play whatever bird they wanted to play. Even without that, but okay. Yeah, that maybe changes the picture a little bit. With this nectar race, so yeah, they didn't use the nectar. So we are tied. So yeah, 1 nectar would be enough to then win. So we have to take food here. Please give me lots of nectar. Okay, that's enough. That's enough for what I needed, so... okay, I think we do have to say goodbye to Reed Warbler here. Yeah, because it just costs too many points. With the nectar race in the grasslands as well as the extra tuck, so... Not quite filling the board. Definitely a shame, but... needs must here, so... Good final turn getting this food. Getting this shift shaft tucks as well, and of course skip the hermit thrush because we don't benefit this time, so pay attention to that, unlike with the loon earlier. So alright, time to play the goose. We'll do 2 seeds and a nectar for that, and then we have 1 nectar and 1 fish to use on the dove. So yeah, 6 tucks, it ain't much, but it's honest work. We absolutely smashed the end of round goal thanks to the Chiff Chaff and friends. And yeah, we come here to the endgame power. So as you see, nectar has gone. Hopefully they just needed those 2 worms. Or maybe they've got a Benelli and they didn't need anything. But 5 bonus cards. 5 bonus cards definitely makes me a little bit anxious about what they could have there and how many points they could be getting. But I know we've got a lot of birds down. We've got a lot of bonus card points ourselves, to be honest. 2 7s. Definitely nice. Definitely strong. So yeah, hopefully will be a good score for us in that regard. Alright, the game end powers are done. You can see there, clean sweep on the nectars. So we jump into the score. So yeah, I do feel comfortable winning this one. It was a very, very strong Yellowhammer game, that, so should be a good lead, as I say, on the bird points. Bonus cards, we have some good ones. We'll see what my opponent has got there. 19, okay, not too shabby, but we are still holding a lead through the round goals. We should have plenty of eggs. Of course, plenty of tuck cards as well, but we know my opponent is going to catch up a little bit. But look at that, 25 tuck cards, and then of course, as I said, clean sweep in the nectar. It is going to be a big score, 141, 209. So yeah, very, very solid all round. We'll take a look over here. Yeah, so I think they might have just slipped up a little bit. Didn't get to use the goldfinch. Would have presumably played this King Rail. Were they able to? But like I say, it seemed like they had some good bonus cards. Ethologist, Ecologist, Slight Selection is a bit of a mixed bag. Birdband are not bad. And yeah, to get 3 points off Grassland Data Analyst, not too shabby either. But yeah, I'm just going to say again, very happy with how that game went. Yellowhammer plus no goal plus Oceania boards, I think, felt like a no-brainer when it came up. Everything came together nicely. Some little mistakes, like I say, use of the loon at the wrong time. Maybe even that heron. Like I say, a little bit of counting to do maybe on some of those end around goals, but did feel like it's going to be a win, so not going to agonise over every last point. And it is a strong win, which is very, very welcome in these knockout rounds. So it's not over yet. It's a best of 3. We're still going to have at least one more game in this round. So if you want to see that game, make sure you hit subscribe. You'll get notified when that comes out. And until then, thank you very much for watching.